Hello, crafty friends. It's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus. I'm here today to make this beautiful Thanksgiving card with you. There are not a lot of Happy Thanksgiving stamp sets, but we do have one in the catalog, and it comes from Banner Ear. And right up here, you can see Happy Thanksgiving. So this is really a very, very nice set to have in your stash. So one of my goals here on this channel is to help you build a library so that you can revisit the same ideas without always having to replace them. So in our current mini catalog, you can find gorgeous leaves. Now, I think this set is stunning. I really do. But I already have several leaf sets, including this one right here called Vintage Leaves from Stampin' Up! A few years ago. It is retired, but it's still beautiful and it's still got some great leaves in it, so I won't give it up. And it has matching dies. So this leaf right here is similar in size to this leaf right here in the catalog. So if you have the current stamp set, then you can use that with the matching die down here. If you don't have the current stamp set and you have an older stamp set like I do, you can still use the same idea, but this way. Okay, so what we're going to start with here today is we have a card base in Early Espresso. This card base is 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to fold it in half and make the front 4.25 by 5.5. Let's see if I do that right. Let me get my bone folder to make sure it has a nice good crease. And then we have a piece of Cajun Craze that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So it's right between, it's the tick mark between 4.25 and 4, between 4 and 4.25. I can't talk today. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your die, wherever I just put it, and you're going to run it through your die cut machine and remove a panel like that. And then before you walk away from your die cutting machine, you're going to remove a second piece from this piece back here. Okay, so that leaves you with this. Now we are going to take this piece and rotate him this way so he's hidden behind this panel. Okay, just like that. But before we do that, actually, no, we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put a little piece of glue around the edge, a little bead of glue, not piece of glue. Put a little extra here, and then on this piece, put a little extra here. And then we will flip him over and line him up so he has the faintest amount of a border around him in our Cajun Craze. Then we are going to take our stamp in Cajun Craze, and we are going to ink him up. And because it's photopolymer, you can see through it. I'm sorry if I get my head in the camera, I apologize, but you kind of need to be over it for this step. And you're going to stamp straight down and straight up in the hole where you have cut out your leaf. Okay, I'm going to move him to the side. I'm going to pull out my piece of Cajun Craze that I had die cut from the layer behind it, and we're going to use my photopolymer see-through and go straight down and straight up. Voila. Perfect. All right, so then we're going to take our piece of our upper layer right here. We're going to take our artisan, let's see, what was this called? Doesn't have a list, doesn't say. I think it's art, something art ribbon, and we're going to lay that across right there. We're going to cut a piece right there, and then tape is an instrumental thing to have on your craft table. So I'm going to take a little piece of tape right here, make sure he's going where I want him to go, flip it around, and tape that down. Then we are going to pull him across, fold it around, and tape him down on the other side. Easy peasy. Then it's time for some dimensionals, because this ribbon is a little bit thicker. You need to put some dimensionals behind this panel. So we're gonna do that right now. there and right there. And I always like to put one or two in the middle just to make sure that it doesn't cave in the middle. I'm going to put it right there. We'll flip that over. Dimensionals, dimensionals, everywhere dimensionals. And put him on my card like so. So we have this tiny little border around it. Okay, then we're going to take this guy. We're going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of him, 2 full-size dimensionals, and then I'm going to take a tiny dimensional, one of our mini dimensionals, and I'm going to put it up here at the top. We're going to flip him over after we peel off the dimensionals, if I can get it off. This is why I like take my pick tool to get off my dimensional backings. Goodness. And then we're going to have him go over kind of like that. And then we will take our ribbon, and while it's still attached to the bolt, I'm going to just make one single knot on here. Okay? And that way I can fool around with it and not waste very much ribbon. So we're going to pull it down like so, right about there. Perfect. I'm going to trim him here and trim him here and set that aside. Then we're going to take a mini glue dot, if I can figure out where I put my glue dots. There they are. I'm going to get out take my pick tool, if I can figure out what I did with that. There he is. And peel off this dimensional right here. And I'm going to put it right there on him. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to put him right here on this guy. The glue dots are fantastic for ribbon because it will hold it beautifully. So there you have the front of your card. Okay, just like so. Now I'm going to pull in a piece of scrap, and this piece measures a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch and less than more than 1/2 an inch, less than 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and then I have my Happy Thanksgiving from Banner Year, and we're going to get out our Bumblebee ink and stamp that right here in the middle, down and up. And he needs to be trimmed up a little bit because I don't think that edge is quite straight. So the beauty of this is after you've stamped it, you can line him up and make him perfectly straight for you. So let's get him where I want him. There we go. Now he's straight. That scrap was not straight, I don't think. Well, maybe it was. So now he's just a hair bigger than 1/2 an inch. So I'm going to pull in my Pick a Banner punch, Banner's Pick a Punch, and I'm going to flip it over into the little channel, and then I'm going to flip the punch over to make sure nothing comes out that I don't want it to come out, and make sure it goes where I want it, so you can see down there. And I'm going to give him a little banner end. And I'm going to flip him around and do the same thing on the other end. Like getting him kind of even. That. Okay. Now let me get all these dregs out of the way. And we are going to take some more of our, what did I just do with him? Oh, I slid him off. Take some more of our dimensionals and put him on our card. Now, because this card is early espresso, you're going to want to make sure you put a panel on the inside so that you can write, and that panel will probably be approximately 4 by 5 1/4, much like this piece right here. And we'll put our Happy Thanksgiving down here. Now, if you want, you can add a jewel, or you can leave it just the way it is. So there it is in book style, portrait, and there it is in landscape style. So I hope you like it. Please like and subscribe to this video. I would appreciate having you as one of my viewers so that you can get regular inspiration Monday through Friday. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a good one.